Welcome to this very unconventional...
Hi, my name is Rihanna. I'm 30 and I'm from East London. Yeah, East. No, she's starting from the place. She's from Nonya. You just don't know what you're about to expect when you step out. Yeah.
I need my full name.
No, they don't deserve that. They don't deserve
Okay.
that. They don't deserve that.
Cool. So my name is Sash. I am 30 and I'm from South West London.
A phrase that I say a lot apparently is I'll say I'm screaming, but I'm literally, there's no emotion in my face.
What people know me by?
I'm screaming. And it's just like straight face. Like.
That's gay. You know when emotions get too much, it's like, I love you though, from a distance. But pressure, staring, I'm gonna go.
Bombaraska.
What do you mean, how am I? How are you? Like, I don't know how I am at this point. How are you? On the rules, don't BS me. I know you man want me to open up and speak about how I feel, but I don't even want to do it at this point. I've got a therapist.
Yeah.
Silence is definite.
What is how and what is you?
Poetic. We've got life, so that's the main thing. I can't even front to you, man. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted. I'm physically exhausted, mentally, emotionally. I'm just so tired.
How I'm feeling? I don't know. I'm in a state. Actually, why am I telling you this right now? I have a therapist too. I don't know why I just realized.
And I feel like that question is so simple, yet so hard to answer. Because I feel like I've come from a place where I would just say I'm fine and that's it. But it's just one of them ones where I'm not fine, but I can't be asked to get into it.
You know, surprises, disappointments.
It's between crash out and turning up. I don't know where I'm at right now.
Just end up hyperventilating through the rest of the year. Like, how would you round up?
I actually had some good times in 25. I can't even front. But at the same time, dark. It was so dark. I feel like throughout the year there was different things I was dealing with, and then towards the end it was just like I was already down. I've been kicked into the mud. My face has been rubbed in the mud like this. Like I just can't believe it. It was actually dirty. I could not wait to see the back of 25, if I'm being completely honest.
Was there anything in particular that challenged you?
The challenges was establishing where I stand in relationships with people, and it doesn't have to be romantic. I mean, like even platonically, because you would always enter into a relationship with your best foot, but then it becomes a thing where people start showing me who they are, and it doesn't match up to the words. So one thing that I'm having to remember going forward, I have to think about what people show me rather than what they're saying, because their actions are telling me who they are, and I need to stop giving them a green light or a free pass for them to be stupid. Yeah, that's my challenge, relationship. Cast your mind back to 2025. How was that for you? What were your highlights? What was probably your biggest lesson?
I don't recognize that year. I don't know what that year was. I'm not even gonna lie, there were some fun times. Carnival was fun.
Love that.
Section Carnival Plus. Guys, sometimes stop being your worst enemy. I beg. I think that year was so quiet.
When you say quiet, internally or like across the board?
Across the board, I was out the way. I was in hiding. Like, I would prefer to watch paint dry than step outside. That's how I was feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong. Meningitis B. What are your thoughts on that?
So, meningitis B and whether they have common sense. Well, I've learned long enough that common sense is not common, and I feel like they strategically chose not to do this. And I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I feel like they've done this on purpose. We already had to deal with COVID, yeah? And now in 26, we're talking about meningitis. I don't even know if it started in Canterbury or wherever it started, but we're now dealing with meningitis. Obviously, there's people that are masked up, gloved up, and I don't blame them. I personally don't want to do that because the mask gave me mask knee, but I definitely feel like they should have did it for every strain, every form, but obviously they haven't, and they're just choosing the right moment to put this in the world for us to be scared about, for us to be concerned about. Just like, come on, can we catch a break? Clearly not.
People
No, literally, people are dying every day, and now we've got meningitis on top of war and everything. I just don't understand. This whole meningitis B situation, what's your hot take on that? And why do you think this is now being sprung upon us? Is it their fault for not vaccinating us for all the different types? Like, what's your hot take?
Wouldn't there be better precautions in place? Like in general, wouldn't you consider all the types? We know hospitals love to cut costs. The NHS needs funding. So like all this money that you're actually getting, where's it going? It just seems this country, every time something happens, they're never prepared. Riots, never prepared. Fires, never prepared. There's always an excuse. Like you guys, there's regulations, but you allow for people to skip steps, cut corners. All that's happening currently, the timing is very ironic. I'm not gonna say distraction, but it's another thing to worry about. Think about COVID. The vaccination, this is gonna help you. Oh no, you need to have another. And now you need to have another. It's like, okay. At this point, we're just winging life. We don't know. Where was you when these creative opportunities were about?
And that's what I want to know myself, because clearly it's either I weren't as on it as I thought I was, because I thought I was. I was assisting as an assistant stylist, I was interning, I was doing this, I was doing that. All these opportunities that I've now seen when I was in my late 20s, I'm too old for it. I'm literally being looked past or looked over because I was now 29 at the time, or I'm now 30. These opportunities aren't here, and aren't available to me. And I just don't understand where I was, because how comes I'm now seeing it, but now I'm too old for it? And I don't want us to scream ageist, but like it's feeling a bit ageist. So if you are a creative out there that's creating these schemes for the 21s to like 28s or something like that, hello. What about the 30s? And what about us? Everyone's got to eat, right? What about us? I don't sound like Michael Jackson, but what about us? Triggering. Don't do that. Yeah, and I feel like people change careers as well. So like there should be something available for those who may not have all the skill sets in there, but would still need support / help. But yeah, guess I'm 30, innit? Lastly, yeah. In terms of, I don't feel like we need to talk about this as an actual topic, but in terms of like the creative sort of courses or like yearly sessions that's being held right now, was it there when we were in our 20s? Because I don't know how I caught in my late 20s when I'm too old to take part, but like where were we for that? Because I'm actually upset.
To anyone that knew, you're snaked. Because why didn't you share this information? Like, not everybody is going to be aware. It's so silly, because now I'm just thinking that the vast amount of opportunity is ridiculous, from the age of like, even from 13 all the way up to even kind of 24. So many opportunities, and no one said a damn thing. That goes to your friends and your family. Oh, I didn't think of that. Why would you not think? All of you, man, didn't bother to say, oh, I saw this opportunity, or, oh, why don't you look on the internet and type this, you're going to find something. Do you know how annoyed I am to start finding it later on in life, knowing that my time is ticking to how much I have to kind of experience with those opportunities. Like, where was I? I was kicking my feet working. I was like, oh, work, home, maybe go out. And I was doing what I was doing creatively. But if I knew, I would have went about so many things differently.
Yeah.
Cots?